Okay, so real quick, I wanted to kind of chat with you a little bit about the channel and about the chair we just did. Now, this is a billiard chair. I'm actually going to do a video featuring these. I made 4 of them alongside 3 big tables. And that's all going to be a separate video. But I wanted to do a cool video on how I carved the seat. Quick thing about this chair is it's got a cool pull cue holder. I think that's a pretty sweet addition. And I've got a couple spots here, footrests for you. So it's a fairly comfortable chair to sit in. You can play pool, you can rest your cue, get ready to go, all that cool stuff. Now the chair itself is pretty oversized, if you could tell by looking at it. It's a big chair, it's pretty wide, and the client wanted it that way. They wanted a big chair. So because of that, I didn't get super detailed on the seat carving. It's a fairly simple carve. There's no peaks or valleys in it where you could shape out your legs. It's such a big seat that you can move around in it a lot, and there's no like one spot you sit in, I guess, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to dish it out, make it inviting, make it look like you want to sit in it, make it a bit more comfortable. And I think it worked. Okay, so I want to take a few quick seconds to give you a rundown on some things that are happening on the channel. I've got membership set up now. So if you're interested in learning more about the process, I do voiceovers for the members and talk more about the technicality of things. So there's a little bit more learning involved with that. I also can correspond with you a little bit better. I get so many comments and emails flowing in, I just can't address it all. So if you ask me questions through memberships, I'm 100% sure I'll be able to answer those. I'm also going to be doing live streams once a month with members, so if you have any direct questions you want to ask me through those, you can do that. That's going to start this month. I'm also I want to start live streams on the actual channel, more how-to stuff. I would love to get your feedback if you think that's a cool idea, if you would watch those. Basically what I was thinking was maybe the first one I'll do like an overview of hand planes, and I'll do a 10-15 minute demonstration, and then let you guys ask questions for 20 minutes. And hopefully that is beneficial for y'all. I know a lot of what I do is just showing my work. I don't really teach a lot. So I'd like to use the live stream platform to do more teaching to you guys. Those are a couple things that are happening. I would love for you guys to go hit the join button and become members of the channel. I've been doing that now for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I haven't officially announced it on video. So this is the official announcement. Yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're about to hit 400,000 subscribers, which I never ever thought would have happened, and I'm very humbled by that, and I just want to express my thanks to all of y'all for watching the videos. I hope that you get as much out of it as I do, and I've got a lot of cool content coming your way. We've got a king-size bed build coming up, and a traditional dresser with dovetail joinery coming up. So some really fun projects that I'm excited about and that you guys are going to get to see. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.